try and show you guys the trick. It takes a little getting used to. It took me a few wires to get used to it. So first what you're going to do is you're going to take your soldering iron and your solder, and you're going to tin up each end of the wire. Meaning you're going to put solder on each end of the wire after you've twisted them together. One end you want to have a ball that is a little bit too big. Let's see how we do on the other one. And I also have a cool tool that I'll show you in a minute. Instead of using the hot air gun like I was using before to do the shrink wrap. So now I got a little ball on this end. I don't know if you guys can see it. And I'm going to attempt, and this is the tricky part, to get 2 wires to stay together. See what I mean about it being tricky? The wires don't often want to work in my favor, so. Better off going from the bottom, according to my dad, because the heat rises. Once you get it tacked, blow on it a little bit, cool it off. There you go. You get a nice strong wire. Oops. There we go. Now the only thing he said to do, or my dad said to do, when you're done, is just make sure they're, like I said earlier in the video, no ends sticking out. Flatten them all. Oh, and look, I forgot to put on some shrink wrap. So, the nice thing about this way of doing it is I can unsolder it very easily without having to resplice or cut it and actually lose the whole job. So, there we go. Now, I can cut a piece of my shrink wrap, slide it down over the wire, throw a little bit more solder on there. Go back to the other end of the wire. Oops, again, this is the tricky part. Just make sure those are good there. Now, I'm all done over here with the soldering iron, so I want to unplug it, take it back over the bench so it can sit on its little cooling thing. Now see, I made a little mistake on this one. You can see I got a little yellow patch in here. I cut the wire, and I realized I forgot to put the shrink wrap. I soldered the wire, and I realized I forgot to put the shrink wrap on it, so I had to go back and redo it again. That's why my dad showed me that other little trick. So then the wire was too short, so I went and made a patch for it, rather than resizing all of the other wires. Now you have all of your wires resoldered, and this is a much neater, stronger way of doing things than using the crimp-on method.